My sister seems to think she's entitled to my trust fund and lied to try and get it. So this got pretty overwhelming pretty quickly. I'm balancing getting things done and tied up with not losing my mind, which is always fun. Solicitors are reporting everything for me, as they are indeed required to do. Turns out I'd misunderstood and thought I had to get involved. But no, it's all on them. And I'm going to just let what happens happens. I'll be setting up a meeting at some point to go through all of the transactions made over the last 20 years, or so, just to make sure nothing else nefarious has gone on. Thanks everyone for the reassurance I'm not doing something wrong by wanting this sorted, but I'd appreciate a little less speculation on my life and the role my parents play in it if you could manage that. Smiley face. There's a bit of backstory to this, and I'm not sure what's relevant, but I'm sure you'll tell me if I blather on too much. Mostly I just need to rant. My 38F family is a little messed up. I essentially had 5 parents and 3 different groups of siblings. It's a bit much. As a child, I was living in the US with my adoptive parents, and a lot of shit went down that wasn't great. So I moved back to the UK when I was 9. I had a lot of trauma and the beginnings of a rather serious drug problem, and so my US dad set up a trust for me before he died so that anything mental health related was paid for, and I didn't have to stress about being able to sort myself out as I got older. It's been rather handy over the last 30 years, paying for a home when I was a teenager, therapy, rehab, basically anything needed to help me not die. At some point in my teenage years, I made contact with my biological parents and their other kids, and was welcomed back into the fold. Some of my full siblings had issues with this. Fair enough, it was a big change to everyone's lives. My little sister, now early 30s, apparently found it particularly hard, and so we've never got along and have been in C for almost a decade. This has become particularly apparently in recent weeks after she contacted the solicitors who were in control of the trust, pretending to be from a rehab facility in the US. She sent them an invoice for a 3-month stay, requesting payment to the bank account of a friend of hers in the US. The first I heard about this was a phone call from said solicitors offering their commiseration that I was due to enter the facility, wishing me luck and double-checking the details. I am livid. This is tens of thousands of pounds that she's tried to steal from me, money that she has absolutely no right to. She never met my adoptive parents. She's not owed any money from them. She's lived a perfectly normal life with both of her parents, her other siblings, holidays, uni paid for, no big dramas. And she thinks she can just take from me because she wants to buy a house and thinks I should help her out because I ruined her childhood. Except she can't even just ask. She has to try and steal it. I have no idea what to do about this, because if I go to the police, then it'll create even more drama in the family that I could do without. And I feel like that's exactly what she wants. Our parents will side with her, and she knows it. I don't want to give her the satisfaction, but I'm just so mad that she chose this specific way to try and take what's not hers. It feels like such a low blow. Obviously, she's getting sweet FA, but WDF? ETA, because a few people have asked. My father had to bail me out of a shitty situation a couple years ago, which included getting a flight to another country to come and get me. Obviously, I insisted he accept reimbursement for his flights despite him not needing the money. So he would have had the details of my solicitors and the fund from that time. My sister often visits my parents, so I suspect she would have seen the information in my dad's office at some point. I've certainly never mentioned the fund to any of my siblings. Comments. You really should go to the police. If she had the audacity to do this, there is no stopping her from escalating even more. If your parents side with her, that is also useful information. You cannot trust them and should be very careful around them, if not just cut them off. Do not let these people treat you like this. Family or not, you deserve respect. Absolutely true. The most common identity theft is committed by people that the victim knows, especially family members. And yes, you are a victim of at least attempted identity theft, OP. What your sister did is illegal and fraudulent, and the solicitors who are managing the trust for you could also be at risk if they granted money to a scammer. You should definitely press charges, regardless of your family's reaction. In a way, it would be productive in showing you who really has your back and who doesn't. Plus, there's a good chance that one or more of them have been scammed or stolen from by your sister as well, may not have been brave enough to address it. Reply. Absolutely true. The most common identity theft is committed by people that the victim knows, especially family members. And yes, you are a victim of at least attempted identity theft, OP. What your sister did is illegal and fraudulent, and the solicitors who are managing the trust for you could also be at risk if they granted money to a scammer. You should definitely press charges, regardless of your family's reaction. In a way, it would be productive in showing you who really has your back and who doesn't. Plus, there's a good chance that one or more of them have been scammed or stolen from by your sister as well, may not have been brave enough to address it. Comments. You request that the trust contact the police and lodge a complaint for charges to be filed for attempted fraud. Effer. If your parents say anything, you can just say that the trustee has made the complaint. Not you, but you will see what you can find out. Then after that, don't do anything. I'm sorry for your trauma. I'm sorry your sister is an awful bitch. As a side note, I had a friend whose sister stole her identity and attempted fraud. She was jailed. She was only jailed because there were multiple previous criminal convictions with zero consequences. She did time, and now I see her and her sister on Facebook living their best lives, overseas or just visiting some fancy resort or partying. Whenever I see pictures of her, I get so angry because I highly suspect she stole a diamond ring from me. I spoke with this woman's former mother-in-law, who was a client of mine, and she told me that this woman likely did steal from me, as every single time she was over at any relative's house something went missing, usually jewelry. Don't let your awful sister get away with what she's done.